Welcome back to Ruby on Nails, and apparently we're doing a China Glaze video today. So it's been some time since China Glaze has appeared on this channel, and that's because it's been a while since I've received a PR package from them. No hate, it's just literally been a while, and I haven't felt the need to go out of my way to purchase China Glaze, because I'll be honest, nothing really has piqued my interest. But today we have the Serpentine collection. This is their Halloween/fall collection. If you've been looking for some drugstore fall polishes, maybe give this a little look-see-roo. Now, I don't actually have a whole lot to say about this collection, so let me just give you the very minimal details and then we can jump into those swatches. First off, there are 6 polishes in this collection and they are $7.50 each. If you buy them off the China Glaze website, there is going to be a little bit of price variation depending on which place you purchase them from, so do keep that in mind. And yeah, that's it. That's all of the information. So let's jump into the swatches. Okay, let's kick things off with Fall from Grace. Now, China Glaze describes this as a deep sea sapphire blue. However, I believe it's a little bit more of a lighter than deep sea blue, and it is a little bit grayscaled. However, this polish also has purple and blue reflective glitters all throughout it. I guess to me, I was just wishing for something that was a little bit more impactful. I wanted this to be much more opaque than it actually is, but I really liked the shimmer combination for this polish. Definitely wear 3 coats with it, however. It was the only polish I was disappointed with, but let's keep going. This is Madame Medusa, and it is a slithering olive green with luminous gold shimmer running throughout it. I'm really liking that was kind of the theme that they decided to go with, is this gold shimmer running through the majority of their polishes. This one was very, very opaque. I find a lot of their more metallic leaning polishes are on the very opaque side. I did a second coat just because it feels unnatural to not wear 2 coats, but this could definitely be a 1-coater for short nails. I mean, God, look how shiny that is. Slithering on to the next polish, we have Gold Hearted. Now, I was expecting a gold polish when I first read that name, but this is a very warm brown polish, and you know me, I always love a good brown polish, and I particularly liked this one. I thought the gold flakes running throughout it added a very nice touch to it. This one was also almost a 1-coater. However, I did need a second coat. As you could see around the cuticle line, there was some patchiness in that first coat, but I think if you're really good at getting your brush strokes down the first time, it could be a 1-coater. I really like this polish and I would definitely recommend this one if you're looking for a brown polish with a little bit of flash. Okay, caution China Glaze, you need to update the description on your website for this polish because it's incorrect. This is Caution Might Bite and it is a very bright pumpkin orange polish with that gold glitter running throughout it. I really like how bright this polish was. As you can see, it was pretty much a 1-coater on me. I did apply a second coat quite messily because 2 coats just feel right. I really recommend this one. It was very fun to play with. But now I need to talk about another polish I found pretty disappointing, especially after the last few silver polishes that I've seen on this channel. This is Pantheon Goddess, and it is a silver metallic with a hint of blue and purple pearlescence. I didn't really like how this one performed. It was a very thick formula and it was trying to dry immediately as I was applying it. You can see it's very streaky and I was trying to do my best to get even brush strokes, but with how quickly this polish was drying, it was just not working out for me. and it kind of dried down to a little bit of a matte finish. I don't know if that's on purpose or just the formulation. This polish was just kind of all sorts of confusing. Last but not least is Slither. Sorry for your ears. And I have an issue with how this polish is described as a black polish. In what universe is this black? This is a very dark brown, and I mean, come on, China Glaze. You gotta be higher than my dog at the vet to think that this is a black polish. Your promo photos show it as a very obvious brown polish. But this dark brown polish also has that gold iridescent shimmer running throughout it. I will say this is a much finer shimmer than the other polishes, but let's keep going. Okay, so now that you've seen the polishes, what do you think? Personally, I wasn't too excited by this collection. We tend to see a lot of these same shades or similar colors every fall from China Glaze. Despite that, I do think that these polishes performed quite nicely, and they are a much more affordable option for people. Like, I don't want to just shit on them because they're similar colors to what they do every year. I will say that it is a bit of a different formulation. We're having our like bronzy colors with an added gold shimmer to them, so that does make them different. They're not exactly the same. My point is that the color schemes are kind of predictable, which doesn't necessarily make me super excited about them. However, I do want to review them because you really can't beat that price point. It's $7.50 for polishes that performed really well. I know on my channel I'm constantly saying that I want more and more exciting polishes, like give me the special effects, but I recognize that not everybody is like that, and so I do like having the opportunity to review things that are, one, more affordable, more beginner friendly, and fit the majority of people's tastes, not my eclectic ass tastes, okay? So I do want to just make sure that I emphasize that I like the formula. It works really well. Out of all of the drugstore brands available, I think China Glaze is the best. Their formulas are really consistent. Their creams are really solid. They're very predictable. You're not just going to get some weird formulation out of the blue. Their special effect polishes are really nice, and their holographic polishes are some of my favorite offered by drugstore brands. I do like the size of glitter that they choose to use for their holographic glitters, and they're one of the early adopters of the linear holographic formulation for drugstore brands. So I do like that they make an effort to put out more special effect polishes in comparison to like OPI and Orally. The reason why you don't see them on my channel is they bore the shit out of me. And the reason why you see China Glaze, even though I've been a little disappointed with them lately, is that they still come out with things that do excite me. Do they wow me? Not necessarily, but I think if you're just trying to get into nail polishes, China Glaze is a really good option, and they're going to be one of the few brands that I suggest that you try out. There are a lot of barriers to entry when it comes to the nail polish hobby, and one of those barriers that I think we really need to recognize is money. Having money to spend on a frivolous good, it's tough, and I don't think anybody should be shamed for necessarily using a drugstore brand of nail polish. If you can't afford the indie brands, that's totally okay. Like, do what you feel comfortable with, and your nails are still gonna look good. And to be honest, once the polish is on your nails, nobody can fucking tell what brand you're wearing. So with all of that said, and my little speech given, thank you so much, China Glaze, for sending me these polishes. I'm really glad that I do get to share them with my audience. And if you like this video, and if you like my videos, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.